Yeah, I grew up in Norway, small town, and I have two sisters. And my mom is a social worker. My dad, engineer, and one of my sisters is an engineer, and the other one is a social worker. And then there's me. And then, but actually, my dad's hobby was taking pictures, and my mom's hobby was making clothes. And that's what I do. I'm a photographer and fashion designer, and now filming as well. But yeah. So I guess I took their hobbies to another level. But I grew up very safe, very good, good family, not much drama, protected, safe. Yeah, very good childhood. But down the street, my best girlfriend was living in a house when there was no rules. There were artists, and I loved being there and just hanging out. I felt this freedom that I don't know. It probably did something to me, and I knew there was something there. They were making sculptures in the garden, they were playing guitar, they were singing, they were making like food, exotic smells in big skirts, and I remember like, I love hanging out there. So it's their fault.
You felt kind of like you fit, that was your...
Yeah, I was very curious, and I loved being there, and I felt home there a lot. It wasn't as safe as home for some reason, but that's my, like, either you're safe or you're free. Those two kind of doesn't really, in anything, in work, in relationships, in life. So, but I guess I have a strong sense of freedom feeling that's important to me.
What is art? If somebody says art, that's a very difficult question and hard to sum up.
I know, like I said, I don't think I contradict myself more than when I talk about what art is, who's artist, what is art, and all of that. It's a feeling. It's a place. It's a, I wouldn't say a religion, but it could be a religious experience. And it could, it's some kind of truth and honesty from your heart, if you're the artist, express it. But then again, if you get from art, it hits you in a place, in a feeling, and that's where art is. It's kind of like something else takes over in a way. You're in a zone, or you're in the lens, or you forget time, and it's that place I'm talking about. That could be, in that artistic expression of some way. And that's when that's when your life is full. That's when you feel good. I get goosebumps. Right. Yeah.
Why does art matter?
Whew.
Or does art matter?
Oh, okay. Saves lives, Jesus. Yeah. Shouldn't underestimate. Of course it does. It means a lot. You see a kid in the basement of some home feeling alone and lost, and nobody understands them, and he goes to art, can save his life. You see good art, it gives you a feeling that matters a lot. It's like, I can't even express how much that matters. Yeah. A lot of people watch movies to escape from your life, or to get away from your life. But I'm feeling like the everyday thing, you have to go to buy toilet paper, you have to go and wash your car, that takes away from your life, and a movie can actually bring you back to who you are. Yeah, dreams do come true. You gotta believe. Like, if somebody told me, like, or actually they did tell me when I went to the mall agency that found me on the street. I was living in an occupied house, actually, squatting. You know, squatting. Squatting in London. The newspaper's like, from a squat in London to the catwalk in Paris. I came into the mall agency. They found me on the street, and they said, "Oh my God, you are going to travel to New York, Paris, London, I was in London, and Tokyo, you're going to make lots of money, and you can work for like many, many years, and you're going to meet some designers." And I'm sitting there like 21, I was actually old for that. And I didn't believe a word they said. I was like, what? I live in a squat. I don't know, I don't even pay rent. I'm like, this is so unreal. And then I did all of what they said and more. So that kind of like, you gotta dream big. You gotta be, it is possible. Somebody told me when I first started, you gotta be a duck. You just peel off. It's just nothing goes, and that's kind of helped me a bit. Like, okay, it's not a personal rejection anyway, because you look, maybe you do your part. You have to do your part. It's not for everybody. It is like, oh, the day after tomorrow you're going to India, and then you're doing that, and then you're meeting people a week you never met. They're all picking on you all day long like this, and you're having a bad day, and then you go to, like, they tell you have to stay in the certain measurements, and you have to sleep, and you have to do all this, have to, and you go to dinner with the agents at night and go, hey, where are you going home? Have another drink. You want some blow? He's like, what the fuck? It's like, didn't you just tell me in the office earlier? So it's like kind of, okay,
Yeah.
you got to do your part, you know.
The duality of...
Right.
You've been quite nomadic, but obviously Los Angeles has kind of been your home, or your home from home.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
I think it was more like I was living in, as a model, you live all over the place. I lived in my suitcase for a long time, and I remember, even if it was Paris or Milan or any place I lived, when I kind of stopped needing a map to go to audition, to go, and I felt like I know this, I started to go like, where can I go now? It's like, and then I started to feel like, is that healthy, or is that normal, or is that like, just am I running away from something by like the new exciting feeling is over, I'll just run to the next one? Is that what I'm doing? And when I started to think like that, I was in LA. So I think maybe that's why. And also I fell in love in LA. I saw actually CNN thingy, not that I watch too much of that, but that said that the newness or moving or travel feeds creativity.
Okay.
And then I'm like, oh, that makes sense to me. But I didn't know about it before.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can kind of see that.
Yeah. And I don't know if it necessarily has to be physical moving, but what did Dylan say about you always have to be in a state of becoming? Right? Did he say something like that? You probably know Dylan, what he said.
He said a lot of things.
He said it all.
He's alleged to have said a lot of things.
Yeah.
Said,
But did I hear that, or did I actually see him say that? Yeah, I think he did say that, actually. Yeah. I saw him say that. Yeah, I believe in God. I would say that. But I don't know what God is. And I don't believe in the emphasis of this, of organized religion. And God is two different ways. I don't like I don't go to church. I don't go to priest. No, what is it? Cut out the middleman. Yeah, I feel like I'm in the search there, and I'm figuring that out. I mean, human's brain, I don't think I've meant to figure that out or built to figure that out, but that, I definitely, well, I believe that it's built to not figure it out. Some people are like, yeah, this is how it is, and this. I'm like, what God meant to say? I'm like, I never been that presumptuous. The meaning of life. It's so short. I'm finding like, oh, you're just here to stay here in the moment as much as you can, because it's going to be over before you know it, and most of the time you're going to be somewhere else. So enjoy it now, and that's why I'm trying to like.
You can find it out the next day, I think.
Yeah.
Tomorrow
Never happens,
tomorrow.
man. Yeah.
Are there
It's that cliche thing of like live in the moment. It kind of makes sense to me. And there's a lot of truth in cliches, right? Or it wouldn't be a cliche in the first place. But meaning of life, no, I don't think we ever really find that out. But constant trying to find out. That's journey is the destination, right?